Good evening, factoids. We are MarMar, and we're here to do an original spoken word. This piece is about two young girls who share the same childhood experience. Maria's character is going to open up with her childhood and what's done for her now. And my character is going to come in and say, hey, you're not alone. So we're going to start with the mother, because she stood there with her long brown coat and hat slightly tipped to the side.
She slides her key into the door.
Opening her eyes to a humble home of rest,
she notices clothes on the floor.
But still she continues to move up the stairs at the best of her ability.
When she hears a faint voice say,
Mommy, Mommy, look what I did today.
She replies, but no, not now. Can't you see I'm busy?
So this young girl has no choice left but to drag her doll down by her side and continue to make her way across the room in front of the television.
Day in, day out, I used to walk about the house wondering, do you love me? Once again, you left me lonely today. But that's okay. There's always tomorrow. Maybe we can go to the store and borrow that new Princess movie like you promised me, right? I love you, Mom. But that was a long time ago. Long ago, before I realized that I came last, days began to pass. Years went by fast, just rolling around. Not a sound of communication came between us two, so I had to make do with what I had. I did a pretty good job for myself, don't you think? I mean, look at me now, Mom. Right before your eyes, and I am all grown up. Each and every day, I'm outlining my imperfections with my Maybelline shades, designed to fade away my multi-intellectual, semi-conceptual, reciprocate the mental, convergent to sexual healing. I'm feeling the words that he's feeding me. He's sliding his hand up my side. I'm asking myself, why am I letting this happen? Because you see, I was never taught the lines of respect a woman should receive. Instead, I became victimized by this young boy's eyes as he told my mind with his instant lies and defied my any and every instinct to trust those who try to walk in my life. Because I'm not strong enough to do this on my own. So I lied. I did need you. But the closest connection I had to you, the closest thing I had to knowing what a real role model even sounds like, was sitting at the back seat listening to your conference call. I sat playing with my bracelet that said, "What would Snooki do?" But I'm done, and I'm tired for calling out for your attention. Just 5 minutes of your time could have prevented another teen suicide intervention, but did I forget to mention that by the time you finally factor me into your busy schedule, the consequences have already been paid. For I already hold the lifeline for the plus sign as I hold my hands over my stomach. It's all mine.
Well, wait a minute, where are you going? You can't just run away from this situation. I've been in your shoes, so it's no news to hear this feeling of you being neglected. I know the feeling. The feeling when you're home alone and no one's around and you're just wondering to yourself, for once I'd like to have this family dinner I see on TV. Although ultimately it's already been defined as a possible probability for me to live this picture-perfect life I see on this screen. So I'm standing here. I'm standing here and I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and you're wondering if I even have the mind capacity to handle the thought of the terrible death that you've been dealt. You're wondering if I've ever been faced with the fear of just being another cookie-cutter silhouette waiting for my turn to be hit under the belt. But at the same time, I'm looking at you and I believe that your life to me is only as bad as you project it. So from you, my thoughts shall remain protected by the memories I built up by this wall collective, and the memory I felt of just being so rejected, feeling I felt so utterly affected, negative way you just projected, tested. Of course I was. There were moments in my life when I felt like there was no one in this world who shared a single care for me. My emotions were beaten so far down deep into the ground that eventually I just wanted to be buried right next to them. And at that moment, I said to myself, young girl, get off your knees, pick up your feet, and listen to me. Young girl, you have no idea what it means to be defeated by life. What you're feeling right now is just a minor stumble. Don't let it crumble you down. Raise up your guard. Take a deep breath as you take the next step to realize that things could be worse. Instead of standing here, lines rehearsed, I could be holding you in my arms, praying for you to hold on. Instead of standing here performing this piece in front of you, I could be compressed under tons of rubble composed by my whole environment of living. Instead of standing here underneath these lights, I could be screaming for my life as I'm being held down by the hands of a man who doesn't understand that I am also another man's daughter. But I'm standing here and I'm alive, so I'll stand aside and I'll applaud her. For at this moment, I hope this girl can understand I am here to act as her savior. I am here to help her. Help me help you.
Help me help myself.
Help me help someone else. Help us to help you realize that life is worth living and you will get through.